Hi, welcome to Relish Delish. Today we're going to be making an authentic Indian recipe which is popular all over the world. It's the butter chicken. Whenever we think of Indian cuisine, the two most popular recipes that come to mind are the chicken tikka masala, which happens to be the national favorite of of the UK in the UK, and the other one is the butter chicken. In our family, personally, my daughter loves butter chicken, and we've tried butter chicken. I must say, around the globe, wherever we go to travel, we have to try butter chicken in a restaurant. So this particular recipe here is a family favorite. Many of our friends have requested this, so without much ado, let me just go over the ingredients for making the butter chicken. The first thing that we do before making butter chicken, I have taken boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can make butter chicken with pretty much any kind of chicken that you want. Like some people make it with whole chicken too, but preferably skinless is preferred. So this is how it goes. First, I'm going to marinate this in a whole lot of spices. So of course, I'll be putting the first thing that I'll do is I'll add some chili powder and some turmeric. We always use turmeric in Indian cuisine. It helps to kill all the bacteria, that's what I said. It's also an antiseptic. You use some cumin powder here. Of course, we need some salt according to taste, not much. And this here is the secret ingredient for tandoori chicken as well as chicken tikka masala. I also use it for butter chicken. That's a little bit of tandoori masala. We get tandoori masala in pretty much any Indian groceries, East Indian groceries around the world. So I'm going to be adding a bit of tandoori chicken masala, and then we'll need some ginger garlic paste. Not some, a lot of ginger garlic paste. So this here is about 3 to 4 pounds of chicken breast. So I'm putting like a good 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic. And of course, after that, you'll need some either yogurt or sour cream. I like sour cream better, it gives it a good texture. So once you put that in, I'm going to marinate this in this, and then I mix everything in. There's no need to add oil because I'm going to bake this. Some people like to fry the chicken in oil before putting it in the gravy. This is a healthier version because you don't need to add, like if you want, while putting this in the oven. This here is going to go in the fridge for close to 4 hours. It has to marinate. You can even do it overnight for the masala, like you say, or the spices to seep in, and then you bake it in the oven. So just before baking, you can add like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of oil of your choice. So this will now go into the refrigerator for about 4 hours. So the chicken has been marinating for close to 3 to 4 hours now. What I'm going to be doing it is I added a tablespoon of olive oil to this, and I'm going to be baking this for about 30 minutes in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven. So just put the chicken there. Now we'll make the gravy. So there's a couple of methods that you can make the gravy in. One of the little tricks a chef friend of mine shared with me, and this is done in most restaurants. When we make the gravy earlier, what we used to do is fry the onion puree along with the cashew nuts, grind it, and then fry it in either oil or butter, usually butter because it's butter chicken. And we ended up using a lot of butter for that. So this is the little trick that we got. Instead of frying it in oil, the onion in oil, in order to make the gravy, what they do is they keep a pot of boiling water, and they cook the onion in the boiling water along with the cashews, and sometimes you put cardamom and a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon, and then you boil that. Once it comes to a nice boil, it cooks, the onion cooks down, and then you puree the cooked onion. And then if you fry that in a little butter, it goes a long way, and it gives a nice authentic smooth texture to it. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm using red as well as white onion, doesn't matter. So I have a pot of, it's like about 2 cups of water boiling here. So I'm just going to be adding the onion to this. And it can be roughly chopped onions. Again, you don't have to chop the onions fine for this dish, because it's going to, in the end, it's going to cook down. So, and then only after it gets cooked, you're going to puree it. So right now I'm just adding the onion. I'll wait for about 10 minutes before I add in the cashews and the rest of the cardamom and the cinnamon. So once the onion cooks a little bit, I've added a pinch of salt to this onion so that it cooks well. I'm going to be adding in the cashew nuts here. There's about 3/4 cups of cashew nut, a few cardamom, cinnamon sticks, and a little bit of nutmeg. So another trick that I've learned over the years is, instead of using, a lot of people for butter chicken use canned tomatoes. It's only because we avoid using canned products because of all the preservatives. This is another easy method. Once the onion cooks down, you can roughly chop the tomatoes and add it along with the onion mixture into the boiling water. No need to remove the skin or anything like that. It just comes out wonderful. The puree comes out very nice. So right now the onion is cooking, the cashews and all the cardamom and stuff is also cooking. So I'm going to be using, just adding in the roughly chopped tomatoes in now. And once this cooks for about 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to puree this in the blender, which will make a nice smooth butter chicken gravy. This tomato also has been now boiling for about 5-7 minutes. I put this off. I'm going to cool this out a little bit. This is how it looks like. And once you puree everything, it will come to a nice smooth gravy. So we're going to cool it down and now make a puree out of this. So there you have it. I have blended this into a smooth puree. Now we go ahead and make the butter chicken gravy. So I have a pan here. I'm going to add some butter. Obviously it's butter chicken, so I'll be adding butter to this. Melt some butter. And once I do that, just go ahead and add this puree to this. So basically what we do now is cook this mixture for a good 20 minutes, and most of the spices are already done. So once it cooks for about 10 minutes, we'll be adding the dried fenugreek leaves, another touch, authentic touch for the butter chicken, and then we'll go ahead and add the cooked chicken to this. So the gravy's been cooking for a while. So what I'm going to be doing is adding in a little bit of fenugreek. This is dried fenugreek leaves. This gives us the wonderful aroma to the butter chicken, and this is an essential. Already smells wonderful. So just give it a proper mix. Making the butter chicken is only about the gravy. If the gravy comes out right, the chicken is cooked, and that's about it. Now I'm going to add the chicken. Mixing it thoroughly in between. So once the chicken is added in, I'm just going to close the lid again and cook it again for about a few minutes. And then finally, we'll be giving it a final touch of adding it some cream to this. Let it cook for a few minutes. So now we're ready to add the cream. So this is the final touch. I'm just going to. So, yeah. So let this come to cook it nicely. And this is the time when you can add in more spices or the seasonings if you want, but this looks perfect. So I'm just going to close the lid and cook it for a good 10 to 15 minutes and your butter chicken is done. So Here you have it, authentic butter chicken made the traditional way. The gravy makes all the difference. And please visit our website for more such recipes, relishrelish.ca. See you. Sunny, you want some butter chicken? Yeah, yeah, baby.